Unstoppable. Released in the year 2010, IMDb rating 6.8. This movie is about a runaway train carrying a cargo of toxic chemicals puts an engineer and his conductor in a race against time. They're chasing the runaway train in a separate locomotive and need to bring it under control before it derails on a curve and causes a toxic spill that will decimate a town.
Tail, gun in the opposite direction.
Wait!
Not doing it for you.
Conductor.
Fallen, released in the year 1998. IMDb rating 7.0. This movie is about debt. John Hobbs is convinced that when killer Edgar Reese is executed, all of his troubles are over. But when people he knows and people on the street start to sing the same tune that Reese sang in the gas chamber, and those same people taunt him, he is told that maybe the cursed fallen angel Azazel is behind it all. Azazel is cursed to roam the earth without a form, and he can switch bodies by any contact, making him hard to track. When Hobbs is forced to kill a man possessed by Azazel, he must clear his name while protecting his family and others from the evil.
Is it even possible?
I believe it.
John Jonesy, you know I didn't do this.
I know that. I know you know more than you're saying.
Enough, huh?
Fallen.
Deja Vu. Released in the year 2006, IMDb rating 7.1. This movie is about in the wake of a devastating terrorist attack on a slow New Orleans ferry, the ATF. Special Agent Doug Carlin joins an experimental top-secret government program to find the bomber, designed to bend the very fabric of time. This state-of-the-art technology enables the user to observe a detailed representation of what happened 4 days and 6 hours in the past, tracking the target's every move prior to the attack. However, the man responsible for the deadly explosion is bound to strike again. Can Carlin figure out who he is, when he is always precisely 4 days behind?
Deja vu.
If you think it's...
The Equalizer. Released in the year 2014, IMDb rating 7.2. This movie is about Robert McCall as a former special service commando who faked his own death in hopes of living out a quiet life. Instead, he comes out of his self-imposed retirement to save a young girl, and finds his desire for justice reawakened after coming face-to-face with members of a brutal Russian gang. McCall becomes the go-to man when the helpless require the kind of vengeance they would never find without his skills.
16 seconds.
Anyone you care about.
What do you see when you look at me?
Start over.
Inside Man. Released in the year 2006, IMDb rating 7.6. This movie is about the composed and meticulous, the soft-spoken and ingenious bank robber, Dalton Russell, has orchestrated the perfect heist, shortly. The Manhattan Bank at the corner of Wall Street and Broadway, along with dozens of hostages, and mastermind, and what is more disheartening, the institution's silver-haired founder, Arthur Case, recruits the intelligent problem fixer, Madeline White, to retrieve something of paramount importance. However, the thieves seem to procrastinate intentionally, when they should be rushing into action. Will Arthur and Madeline get what they want this time?
You planned everything right from the start, buying it.
What are you doing? Come on, this ain't no bank robbery.
Inside Man.
Malcolm X. Released in the year 1992, IMDb rating 7.7. This movie is about the biographical epic of Malcolm X, the legendary African-American leader. Born Malcolm Little, his father was killed by the Ku Klux Klan. Malcolm became a gangster, and while in jail discovered the Nation of Islam writings of Elijah Muhammad. He preaches the teachings when let out of jail, but later on goes on a pilgrimage to the city of Mecca. There he converts to the original Islamic religion and becomes a Sunni Muslim and changes his name to Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabazz. He is assassinated on February 21, 1965 and dies a Muslim martyr.
And a voice to a people. Academy Award, Washington's most...
Training Day. Released in the year 2001, IMDb rating 7.7. This movie is about in Los Angeles, a city where streets are overrun by drug dealers. Those who have sworn to uphold the law are breaking them to clean up the streets. Denzel Washington plays LAPD Detective Alonzo Harris. A veteran narcotics officer whose methods of enforcing the law are questionable, if not corrupt. Training day follows Harris as he trains rookie Jake Hoyt over a 24-hour period. Ethical dilemmas arise for Hoyt as well as the audience as questions present themselves as to whether or not Harris' methodology for ridding the streets of South Central Los Angeles of drugs is right or wrong.
You never know, that's the point.
Man on Fire. Released in the year 2004, IMDb rating 7.7, this movie is about the hard-drinking, burnt-out ex-CIA operative John Creasy has given up on life until he's hired as a bodyguard to protect 9-year-old Peter Ramos. Bit by bit, Creasy begins to reclaim some of his soul. But when Peter is kidnapped, Creasy's fiery rage is finally released and he will stop at nothing to save her as he sets out on a dangerous revenge rescue mission.
It gets in my way. No problems arise at me.
Remember the Titans. Released in the year 2000, IMDb rating 7.8. This movie is about the suburban Virginia schools have been segregated for generations. One black and one white high school are closed and the students sent to T.C. Williams High School under federal mandate to integrate. The year is seen through the eyes of the football team where the man hired to coach the black school is made head coach over the highly successful white coach, based on the actual events of 1971. The team becomes the unifying symbol for the community as the boys and the adults learn to depend on and trust each other.
You know me and you're my town last night. What did you say?
What's going on?
We wanted to let you know we was going to warm up a little different tonight. We are the Titans.
American Gangster. Released in the year 2007, IMDb rating 7.8. This movie is about the following the death of his employer and mentor, Bumpy Johnson. Frank Lucas establishes himself as the #1 importer of heroin in the Harlem district of Manhattan. He does so by buying heroin directly from the source in Southeast Asia, and he comes up with a unique way of importing the drugs into the United States. As a result, his product is superior to what is currently available on the street and his prices are lower. His alliance with the New York Mafia ensures his position. It is also the story of a dedicated and honest policeman, Richie Roberts, who heads up a joint narcotics task force with the federal government, based on a true story.
My country. Frank, this is America.
Thanks for watching this video. Do like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos.